And welcome back. It's me, RJBTV. And today we have a replay between HJU1122 against Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is a name used by the very popular Brood War fastest map streamer Doey July. I'm going to type that out into the chat in case you want to see exactly how it's written. Doey July. And he's playing the blue Protoss here on the top left of the map. Starts off with a pylon at about 7, a little bit early, but not unusual. Whereas HJU1122 is known as the player Mong. Also type that out in the chat. So now you both know their identities. And of course Mong is playing the white Zerg here, which I had yet to mention, but which I'm sure you had already seen. And yes, again, a Mong replay. I decided to do this thing where I try to transition from a player in the previous replay will also be in the next replay, or the next video. Have a sense of continuity. So for example, because Mong was in the last one, in my next video I would have Doey July against someone else. Although I don't have that many Doey July replays. But at least now you know that in the next video, Doey July will be in it. Most likely. I might of course always still change my mind if I am unable to find a good set of replays. Or that I think is a good set of replays. Because sometimes I just have to follow my gut. And maybe there's a chance that they're corrupted because most of the replays I have of Doey July are from before 2019 June. And that is around the time people switched over to different maps because the old replays tended to corrupt. That aside though, Mong starts off with choke hatchery, pool another hatchery, although he went for this hatchery before this pool, which is actually extremely risky. But it happens to work out because Doey July went for a +1 Nexus, a pylon, a forge, well, a pylon, Nexus, forge, pylon, gateway, and then a cannon, and there's a cyber core already coming out, which means there's going to be 2 assimilators coming out here as well on the side, which should commence and interlude his tech. So we know what he's going to do. He's going to tech up, but which tech specifically, that is still up to debate, but most likely is going to be robotic facilities, robotic support base, citadels of the Dune, and a Templar's archive. But it's going to take a while before he gets there, because he's currently on a lot of overmine, and he's waiting for those 2 assimilators to finish up so he can put 6 probes there on the assimilators. Meanwhile, drone here dancing back and forth, trying to wriggle its way around the probe and the zealot. Mong actually is having fun there. He's doing a really great job there, microing this specific drone, keeping Doey July busy, because those Zerglings are trying to find their way into Doey July's base, but there's a cannon there, so they won't get much done. So they're waiting here on the outside for now. Though they might try to get us around on that zealot, or just try to sneak through. Surround it is. No, they're just sneaking through. Don't think they'll achieve much though, simply because that cannon there is protecting everything quite well. They eventually do go for the Zealot. Zealot there gets caught out, and the Zealot tries to micro his way out of there, but it actually gets stuck, and none of the Zerglings go down as the Zealot pays for it with its life. One sunken here in the front, one creep colony. Mong knows he can just save on his defenses in terms of spending, and simply get more drones and more hatcheries. Already on 20 drones. He's got a lair already on the way, which is extremely early for this matchup in particular. Most of the times we see people go for 3 or 4 hatcheries here for macro purposes before they decide to go for that lair. But Doey July wants to get those mulisks or those lurkers out really early on into the game. He's also already getting burrow upgrade. I assume Burrow is coming in for vision on the side, so we can put his 6 Zerglings on side spots and get map vision as he burrows them. So he doesn't risk losing Overlords to Corsairs if he uses Overlords for that same purpose. Also a macro hatchery coming out on the top side, which leads me to believe he is definitely trying to go for a lurker, sneak in, or cheese. because that's the purpose of this hatchery there on the top side. He's going to make a lurker with that one. He's got a Hydralisk then already on the way. Now he has the lair finished up, and he's going for Hydralisk speed first. I did not expect that to be happening, honestly. I honestly thought he was going to go for a lurker aspect upgrade, but I'm wrong. Because this is the exact same setup you do for sneak in lurkers, but because, well, I don't know why. He's just not doing it. He's just not doing it. So 4 Sunkens now there in the front, 2 Zealots here in the 4 Zealots here in the front, waiting for probes to arrive to establish probably cannons, or maybe he's just keeping them there to keep Mong somewhat boxed in. But the Zerg is here doing a pretty good job getting in there. As I've mentioned before, using the burrow upgrade here for vision. He might even spot, yeah, he spots out the shuttle, I think, with this Zergling there. I'm not sure if it had range, but I think it flew right through this little bit of portion there. Then the question is, was Mong looking at the minimap for that half second, or was he not? Because he might get caught off guard here. He does have a lot of Hydralisk now finishing up. Spire almost finished up as well, still only on 2 macro hatcheries, which is not that much. It's very, very little. Dowie going in with 2 Zealots, with Zealot speed. That's a very early Zealot speed. He goes for some scouting, wants to see what Mong is up to, what Mong has. Which is not that much. Mong does not have all that much. He's got a proxy mining base here. For gas, mostly just for gas, not for minerals. I mean, it's nice that he's using it for gas though. So now it appears he has less gas income than he actually does, but I don't really see the purpose of it other than having a second base for later into the game. But right now, this base is not that important or impactful because his main focus should be droning up instead of staying on a very low hatchery count, because his opponent, Dowie July, is going to keep scaling up and up, as we can see right here, already on 6 gateways, 2 stargates, of which one is being warped in, not morphed in, but warped in. He's got a full shuttle drop up and running. That's 2 Reavers, 8 Zealots there. He's got a bunch of Zealots to run in through the front there as well, although there's 8 Sunkens in between the base here and the Zealots themselves. But Dowie July has formulated himself quite a good attack. Although I do think it got spotted out by this burrowed Zergling there. As you can see, he got vision there of the entire side. Overlord there also spots it out. Corsair there trying to kill some Overlords and deny vision. Zealot tried to go in through the front, but doesn't happen. And now drop coming in here on the bottom side. Mong a little bit slow on the response. Has to move his Hydralisk into position. He manages to snipe one shuttle. And he manages to snipe the Reavers actually. That's a pretty good pickup there. Kills the Reaver shuttle first. And the Zealot shuttles afterwards. A couple of Zealots managed to unload, but no damage is dealt to Mong whatsoever, which now means he is safe to drone up and build some extra hatcheries. I think for the next minute or maybe 2 minutes before Dowie July will have a really strong max attack up and running, because he has to wait for more shuttles to come out. He's got some shuttles here that are filled up with 4 Templars, 2 Zealots. So actually Mong might not have as much time as I thought he would. Maybe he's bordering on 40 seconds of downtime before this shuttle drop comes in. It did get spotted out by this Zergling here, who flew over it, but Mong knows where it's coming from. He's moving his Hydralisk into position, gets spotted out by an Overlord there as well. Poor Dowie July, which now means those Scorches are on the hunt. 4 Scorches, 2 for each shuttle. Dowie July tries to get his way out of there very quick, as fast as he can, but the Scorches are catching up, although now the Corsairs are coming in, but the Scorches stay alive, and the Corsairs don't kill the Scorches, and that's 1 hit, 1 more hit. He needs 2 more hits, although now the Scorches AI is actually backfiring quite a bit. This Expo here on the top side is getting something. Oh wait, no, don't turn around. Oh wait, he's actually microing it. Pretty good job there from Dowie. Keeps his shuttles alive, although now he has to maybe unload those shuttles. Well, actually no. He just went for 12 Templars in 4 shuttles, 4 Zealots. That's a very big investment in the Templars. If this deals damage, it's going to be massive. Of course, they're on the side trying to kill stuff and distract. Now drop comes in from the top side there of Mong's base. Mong is responding a little bit slowly. Will he be able to snipe all these Templars? This 1 Templar came out. He killed 4 of the shuttles. Only 2 Templars managed to unload. No storms come down there. That's really great for Mong because he's on a very, very small economy. He's 9, almost 10 minutes into the game and he's only on 36 drones. He's going to have to double that up to about 72 very quickly in the near future because Dowie July already on 72 probes. A little bit slow with formulating his attacks, a little bit of overmind, not a lot of pressure on his opponent, but he is getting there because he is really big and he's way bigger than Mong is at the moment. Mong does have a lot of Hydralisks, a lot of Scorches, but his economy, as I've mentioned before, is still really small. Make another map ratchet there on the top side. He's mining from his mineral patch now as well. That's a little bit of safe and secure income he's got there on the side that Dowie will have to find before he can do something about it. Although now a drop with lurkers is coming in here on the top side of Dowie's base. But shuttles there moving into position and loading their units. That's a lot of lurkers, a lot of Templars. Templars, please do storm. Templars don't have energy for the storm, so he cannot storm, but he pulls his probes away. And it looks like all the lurkers actually go down before they can kill any of the probes. That's a huge, huge, great, amazing pickup there for Dowie. Big investment for Mong, but the investment does not yield any results. It does slow Dowie down a little bit, buys Mong a little bit of time to drone up. As you can see right here, he went from 32 drones all the way up to 50. So he is getting richer and richer, now even on 66, 65. Which means he's going to fill out all of his gazers soon as well and start building some static defense on the sides and start progressing into that state of becoming too big to handle for the Protoss. Hello? Is this going to hit? Dowie dances back and forth, tries to unload, but his shuttles are getting target fired by Mong, and Mong kills all the shuttles before any of them can even reach destination. Really great target selection there from Mong, and Dowie once again falls short by a couple of inches. It could have been really close if Mong didn't have that very accurate target selection. But he does. He does have that very accurate target selection, so it doesn't really pose much of a threat to him. Still getting bigger here though. Great Aspire on the way. 66 drones, as I've mentioned before. 72 for Dowie, and Dowie now starting to think about... Well, he's still dropping mostly. He hasn't really done any frontal attacks already 12 minutes in. He's mostly been sticking to those drops. I really hope one of them starts hitting, because otherwise this game is looking very, very bad for Dowie. Another drop coming in here from the right side, going all the way to the bottom side there, where it's very hard to spot as it flies in, but I think he is being spotted out here. No, not spotted out, although now he is spotted out. Drop flies in, shuttle comes up. Templars will unload. Hydralisk moving into location. Where is the Templar? I don't see the Templar. There's no Templar in there. Real drop here coming in from the left side. But the time in between might just be a little bit too much. Because Mong already moving his Hydralisk into position. He's going to snipe this one or not. Drones running away. 1 storm, 2 storm, 3 storm. There's storm number 3. About 46 drones still alive. Mong does not have that much money. There's still 1 Templar here, but it doesn't have that energy for the storm. But Mong doesn't want to take any risks. He's waiting to kill everything before he sends his drones back to the mineral patch. Corsair there, running amok, trying to kill overlords, but not succeeding. So that's the very first time that Dowie manages to get some damage in on his opponent. Another drop there, being loaded up, or well, being prepared to get loaded up. And it looks like he's building more Stargates here. So Dowie Delay is progressing very slowly, has a lot of overmind. He's mostly just sticking to drops, and his drops are not coming in all that quick. I think there's about 50 to a minute of downtime in between each drop, which gives... Wait, what? Mong's drone count just went down from 46 to 33. That's how did that happen? I did not see a shuttle fly in. Wait, Templars coming in. Templars getting storms. 1 storm, 2 storm, 36 drones left. 34. More storms coming from the other side as well. Mong is trying to... Mong loses all his drones here in his main base. Only 20 drones left and only 200 minerals left as well. That's so many Templars. That's 8 Templars on every single drop attempt. The first couple of times it all went wrong, but now it's really hurting Mong significantly. He does have a lot of drones here on the top side. He's got a Nidus Canal there as well, but this is only 20 drones or so that's mining here on the top side, and the income is not very high because the drones have to travel this little distance there. Once again, another shuttle drop coming in here from Dowie. Will Mong snipe the shuttles? 1 shuttle down, 2 shuttle down, 3 shuttle. All the Templars are unloading. Templars start storming. Templars storming on themselves. Templars storming on the empty mineral patch, where drones still have to rendezvous and start mining. But I think Mong is sending them all to his proxy mining base here. And he's going to try for another lurker drop. This time around, the lurker drop might actually get things done and kill some probes. Although I'm not too sure, because I think Dowie has most of the probes hotkeyed. And he has himself some pretty good reaction time with this pylon there in the corner. Although this top corner here near his nexus is rather empty. I think this is about drop number 10 or so. That's going to fly in here from the right top side of Mong's base. It's not spotted out because the course has cleared out the vision. But here it goes. It comes in. Will Mong run away to safety with his drones? The drones dodge the storm, but another storm comes down there as well. But he dodges the storms quite successfully. No, the last storm gets most of the drones that he had there. But in fact, the lurker drop also coming in at the same time. Dowie is not responding. Now the lurkers are burrowing up, and the lurkers actually kill 50 of those probes. Maybe even more than 50 probes went down there. He went from 72 to 18. Lurkers have gone down, but so has Dowie July's probe count. But Dowie July very luckily has a lot. Actually, literally a lot of minerals, so his recoverability is way better than Mong's. Also, this base here got spotted out, which now means that Mong is sending all of his drones back to his main base because he knows that a drop is coming in to kill this entire stuff, and he knows the army is moving out as well to put an end to this proxy base that Mong has there, which might hurt very badly for Mong because his upgrades are only on level 1 and 2. I'm not going to use the word only for that one. That's actually pretty good upgrades, whereas Dowie July is on 2, 2, 3. So Dowie July has been upgrading steadily and quickly during that entire duration. Also, drop here has unloaded on the top side to clear out this entire base, which will hurt Mong's ability to mine safely. Drop comes in. Drop, there's 1 Templar, 2 Templars. If only Mong had lurkers burrowed up around his hive, which he's actually doing right about now. He's moving lurkers into position to secure his drone to keep them alive, make it harder for those Templars to storm as they drop there on the low ground. But Mong has become very small because he had to defend that frontal attack, which cost him a lot of Hydralisks, and a lot of Hydralisks have been dying to storms from those Templars that have been flying into his base. He does have some Guardians there though to help defend, but he is not that rich, does not have that many buildings here. He's on 57 probes though. Drones though, so he might be capable of rebuilding in the near future, but the drop is already coming out. One of the shuttles gets taken out by Scorches, and drop here is moving out as well. I guess that's where his Hydralisk went to. But as it gets spotted out by Corsairs, drop here unloads inside of his base. There's a lot of Dragoons there inside of Mong's base right now, right there. Nothing in there, but he's going to load them up into the drops, into the shuttles, and fly them into the base here on the bottom corner. More units here moving into position. There's a Templar in the mix there as well. These units there get taken out though, but that did cost him a lot of units. The Spores here got taken down as well. Hydralisks have dropped there inside of Dowie's base, but those Hydralisks won't deal that much damage. Now the shuttles drops comes in, unloading there on the top side, flying back over to pick up the remainder of the units, and preparing himself for that push onto the minerals once again. Will he succeed or will he fall short? That's the question of the day that we've been asking ourselves many times over and over. Dowie already back on 40 probes, 67 for Mong, but here comes the drop. There's just 1 Templar in the mix that I'm sure of. He starts dodging, starts flying away. Where's the Templar? Templar is still in there. Templar's there, Templar storms, Templar hits 18 of those drones, but Mong stays alive for now and still has his income secured for now. But a frontal attack comes in as well. Will this be enough? There's lurkers behind the Sunkens. There's no observer here, so I don't think these units will do all that much, although the Sunkens there are going down. This Spore might go down as well. Templars have gone down. Templar storms on the Hydralisks, and the Hydralisks go down. And it looks like another drop is coming in as well. So this is pretty much non-stop pressure coming in here from Dowie, who started the game off very, very slow, but has picked up the pace since then, and has been putting the fire on the heels of Mong, who's been having a very difficult time defending himself against all this abuse with those shuttles and the frontal attacks. Shuttles come in, 1 shuttle gets taken down, 2nd shuttle, 3rd shuttle still alive. There's Templars inside the shuttle. Templars are stormed. No, Templars getting taken down before the storm. Templar actually storms, but Templar misses the Templar. That actually hits. Only 46 drones left there. More drones spawning. 56 now for Mong. 61 now for Mong. Can he recover quick enough? Can he regain his mining in time before he gets run over through the front here, because there's a lot of observers now moving into position ready to finish him off, with the assistance of those Dragoons now moving out as well, and a drop there on the side as well, of course, aiming for those drones. But will it be enough? Will it be enough? Will Mong be able to recover here, or is he going to fall over and bite the dust? Shuttles coming in. Front attack is happening. Mong sending units to the front, now sending his units to the back because he knows he has to defend against the shuttle drop. The drones now are running away, but they're not hotkeyed. 1 storm, 2 storm, 3 storms. He kills about half of them. Only 31 drones there left. Only 31 drones there left. That might actually seal the deal because now these observers here in the front are detecting those lurkers and gateway units are marching through the front door. Model drop there as well coming in just as the last nail in the coffin that Dowie is trying to put in Mong's coffin here. Though it gets zoned away by those highlights. Very good move there from Mong. Mong stays alive for now. Shuttles flying away around, trying to find a way in. Will he find a way in? I do think he will, because there's a huge wide open hole here. Although now Mong is moving his highlights into position, ready to intercept those shuttles. But while he's forced to intercept those shuttles, units here in the front are taking down his buildings and his lurkers. So it's becoming harder and harder for Mong to defend himself. On 52 drones now, though, 59 probes for Whitney Houston, or I should just call him Dowie. Once again, Dowie tries to get in with that same armada of shuttles. He gets himself a nice open hole there. Will he make it all the way? Mong. Templars in the mix. Templar storms. Templar storms. A lot of Templar storms. And he hits all the drones that were left there on the minerals. Only 16 drones left, of which none are on the mineral patch. Which might mean that Mong is now facing certain death. Now all it takes for Dowie is to just keep sending out those gateway units, wait for another wave of shuttles, send them in, and go for the kill. If only Mong hotkeyed his drones, he would have a way better time defending himself. Because he would be able to send his drones to safety much easier, much quicker, maybe even to a different spawning location. He's been going and opting for sending his drones to his own gas every single time. And he most certainly did not have his drones hotkeyed, as we could see. Otherwise, it would be a way more quick, smooth and fluid movement from those drones to the minerals instead of them growing in small patches. That's very, very sad to see because Mong Zerg actually does not look that bad. He has some great control, has some great ideas and tricks up his sleeve. He just has to learn to consistently protect his workers well enough. Another storm comes down on the hive and that's the remainder of his drones going down. Only 9 of them left. Well, now 20 more of them have just spawned, but I think he is staring down the face and the barrel of the gun named Defeat. He's on 73-71 supply. And there's a big mass of dragoons ready to waltz through the front. Whether this small group of dragoons, actually a sizable force of dragoons, will do the trick, I am not sure. Observers are moving cross map as well, though he's just gonna have to wait for those observers to arrive here in the front before he can waltz through, kill the lurkers, which are the main obstacle. The lurkers are the main obstacle because everything that gets close gets taken down by lurkers, so he needs observers. Once he has those observers, it's going to be significantly easier to walk through the front. More shuttles coming out there as well. Drop there on the bottom side. Mong does not spot it. Mong does not know it's coming. Mong is not responding. Mong is not sending his drones to safety. Storm comes down. 4 Templars there on the low ground next to the drones, and the drones all get stormed to death. A couple of them managed to survive, but not that many did. Also, the front here being run over by those fully upgraded gateway forces. Well, almost fully upgraded because level 3 is only seconds away. But at one point, does not make a difference. 2-2-3 or 3-3-3. The result here looks to be the same. Although those observers getting sniped once again, time and time again, making life hard for Dowie, who just wants to break through the front there and finish his opponent. Well, now he's very close to it. He's getting closer to his goal. More gateway units now moving out. Observers are in the mix as well. And Mong calls the GG because Mong, I think, recognizes the game is over. He lost his spore colony, which now means the observer can move forward without being in danger. Which also means that Dowie can finish off those lurkers there in the front and waltz through this wide open door that he had to kind of create for himself with the use of a lot of force and a lot of, well, drops hitting target. I really think Mong could have one of the greatest fastest map Zergs if only he had a solid drone worker pool to keep them alive from those storms. Nonetheless, very well played by both players. although it was mostly just Mong standing on his back foot, with his back against the wall, trying to dodge the incoming punches from his opponent. So yeah, thanks for watching. I enjoyed this one. It was a quick one, 24 minutes, not a quick one, but I mean it was a quick, short video. Usually my videos are way longer, so I hope you don't mind that it's only 24 minutes long. Don't have that much time today. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed this one.